Hello viewers and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a 2022 Toyota Tacoma in the bay for a full sound system upgrade. And if you're new to the channel guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, you know all the fun stuff. So without further ado, let's get started.
I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
All the speakers are going to be replaced as well as the tweeters up here on the dash. So we're doing the two front speakers and tweeters as well as the two rear speakers. The rear speaker here are going to be coax, and at the front we're going to do component. So here we are. So on top of all of that, we will be adding a subwoofer behind the rear seat up here. I just laid down the gears so we can take a look here. So we have a G6 1200 AudioControl DSP amp here. This is the monoblock. It's a 300 watt monoblock. Here we have the KENWOOD EXCELON. Here we have the Excelon 6x9 core component for the front. We have our focal 250 RMS subwoofer. And over here we have the sound deadening material. A whole bunch of them in there. So this is just a quick look at the gears with this Tacoma for you guys to take a look. And over here on this side we have we had already removed the speakers in the vehicle. So these are the two speakers at the front, the 6x9, and these are the two rear speakers. That's what it is. Okay, to remove the tweeter on this vehicle is a little tricky. The grid goes under the A pillar, so we're gonna have to take out the A pillar first, so we can take out our tweeter grill. We have the deadening to do on all doors. You can see that we haven't even started with that portion yet. So here we have the power wire. The remote control and the power wire are tied together on this harness here. And over here we have the output of the DSP together on this harness here on the other side. And if you look at the back here, the same wires are running through here, and it's just sitting here right now because we haven't done anything to it yet. So over here we're gonna have our 6 speaker. Here we have the power, remote turn on, and remote control. If you follow us on YouTube, you've probably watched a video that we have up there with a similar truck. That one was getting a full focal audio upgrade. Because we've done this truck before, we already have the profile of this truck in the system. But for some reason, this customer does not want us to take out the storage. He wants to keep the storage in there, even though he's not going to be able to use it because the gears are going to be in here. But he wants it to stay inside. So we're going to have to work around that. Now we are trying to design a different amp rack that are going to sit in here as opposed to the previous one that we have in the system. That basically to install that we have to remove this portion of the storage. So that's the reason why we're going to have to come up with a different amp rack for this one, and we're working on that. That's something that I'm still working on right now. This is the speaker output from the factory radio. So this one hooks up to the factory radio. So on our speed wire, we added a connector here so it can bring the output off of the DSP and then send it straight to the speaker up here. So that's what we did over here, and it's going to connect like this. So just like that, our output from the DSP is going to go to the speakers. Okay, we ran all the output wire like the speaker wires, and then over here we have this other side of the connector. This one is going to plug in the factory radio to grab our input signal to the amplifier DSP at the back. So these two connectors here are basically making the system plug and play. So if the customer here would like to remove the system down the road later on, he will just need to disconnect this portion here and connect it back to the factory head unit, and then remove this one on the factory head unit. That's it. The system back to factory. And over at this tweeter, the factory tweeter connector is this guy here. So we're going to put an adapter on here to the connector that we have on the aftermarket tweeter. Okay, and this connector is going to remain in here. So this whole system is going to be very easy to reverse to the factory system. Okay, so this is pretty much where we at with the project. Over here on the bench, this is the quick mock-up that I came up with for the new amp rack. I'm still working on it, so I can't really try it yet. But yeah, I'm working on the amp rack right now. And this is the speed wire that we're gonna have to run on this side, so to grab our signal from the head unit all the way to the back. As it is right now, Romeo is trying to put the sleeve on our power wire, and he's probably gonna do the fuse holder as well. That's the rack that I quickly came up with. Just to give you guys a quick look here. This notch over here is to account for this hook. So the rack goes a little bit over here, so that's why I just removed this portion here so it can sit properly on the wall here. So to give you guys a quick look how it's gonna be in there, this is how it's gonna go. It's gonna go in like this. There. So it's gonna sit in there like this. The two bolts are gonna be, so we are replacing this factory bolt in here. This is the bolt that normally goes on that hole, but we need something longer because now it's gonna hold the rack together with the plastic storage. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna sit in there. You can see why we did this portion here, because we don't have a way to hold the bottom. There's no bolt at the bottom there, so we added this piece. So you can see it's very tight in there. It cannot shake. It's very tight. So this is gonna hold the bottom, and then the top is gonna be bolted up here. So we're gonna go ahead and put a carpet over this and continue here, guys. Okay, almost done with the fuse holder. I think this is the bracket that he just built. He's still working on it. I just interrupted him so you guys can see what is going on here. So he built this rack here where the fuse is gonna be sitting. I don't know if I can take it out to show you guys what he did here. Okay. So he removed the brake fluid, and he built this bracket that will go on there as well, right on there like this. So the bracket is gonna sit like this, and then the brake fluid is gonna come on top of it. So they will sit all together up here. And yeah, once he's finished here, I'll show you guys what it is, because right now he's not done. Okay, all right. Our amplifier rack is almost ready here. All we need to do now is just take it over to our upholstery bench and then do some carpeting over it. So that's pretty much what we have here. We did put some inserts just so we can easily remove and reinstall our gears on the rack as many times as we want without damaging the thread. So we have these 1, 2, 3, 4 screws here that are going to be for the monoblock. We have another 1, 2, 3, 4 here for the 6-channel DSP amplifier, and over here a distribution block. Okay, so here we have the finished product here with the fuse holder. This is the main power from the battery. The wire goes in this loom here, and it comes out over here. It goes through the fuse there, and then it crosses the fuse, then goes in the vehicle down there. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, right there, that's where it enters the vehicle. Okay, so the fuse holder portion of this project is complete. So he also started connecting this speed wire input, like output of the radio or input of the DSP amp. He is making these connections so we can have our quick connector ready here. So he's working on that portion right now. All right, and at the back here, I made just a little bit of a progress here. So here we have our final rack. I just finished carpeting it, and I just tried it. Everything is very good. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and remove all this storage and pass all the wires behind there. Because this storage is gonna remain in the truck, things like this that are subject to be moving around, we're gonna apply the sound deadening and make sure that those get taken care of. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. We're gonna do it on this part, and then same thing on the other portion. This is the passenger side. We'll do the same thing on the driver's side. Okay, all right. You can see they're pretty stable. So that's objective number one. Make sure that they won't cause any rattle. And then objective number two, just make sure that we apply it to any large area that is subject to flex. All right. So I apply most of the treatment over here, and I made sure that those tabs are well secured, the 5 of them. Okay. So I'm gonna take this back, put this one on the side, and move on to the next one. Up to the next one. This tray does not have a lot of space to be worried about per se. We're gonna apply some over here. Again, this area here has a curve, so not a big deal. So we're just gonna apply a small amount over here. So the main concern on this one here is going to be those tabs. We want to make sure we secure it. See how it's shaking? Because that's what you don't want to see, because this is gonna cause rattling. So we're gonna take care of this panel right now, and then continue here. All right, guys, our amp rack is already in. The 2 bolts are in that are holding it against the wall, and over here we did have to drill 2 holes to feed our power wire through, and then on this side we have another hole to feed all the other wires coming in to the amp rack. Okay, now we're gonna start doing the terminations here and wire up the amplifier. Okay, our gears are all in now. We have our DSP amp in. The monoblock is also in. Down there you can see the power distribution block. So now we're gonna start wiring all of this up, and that should be it at the back here. All right, already. The power wiring is complete now. So we're gonna go ahead now and do the input and output. Almost complete with the termination here. I'm still working on it, but almost done with the terminations. And in the meanwhile, Romeo is working on the deadening, so he's been doing a big progress over here while I'm working at the back. And yes, our input and output are all terminated over here on the connectors. So now we're gonna go ahead and plug it on the GSP amp, and we should be good here. Alrighty, folks, the amplifier rack wiring is complete now. So here we have our monoblock and the 6-channel DSP amp completely wired up, and over here we have the RCA that is going to go to the line output of the DSP amp over to the input of the monoblock. So beside that, everything else is done. The fuses are not in yet. So Romeo is over on the bench now, on the router table, fabricating the rings. So he's over here making a new rings for us. He's working on that. And the tweeter is in. It's not screwed in yet. It's just there so we can do a polarity check. Okay, so here Romeo is done with our rear speaker rings fabrication. This is just a quick look at what they look like after the speakers are mounted on. Okay, all right guys, now we're gonna go ahead and dismantle the bass knob along with the LEDs that comes with it, so we can attach it to these factory switch location in the vehicle. This one's gonna be a little tricky because we have to remove the knob with the LEDs and attach it here, because this LED gave some status about the way the amplifier DSP is operating. Okay, so let's take it apart and we'll go from there. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead now, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and dismantle the LEDs and the potentiometer on this board so we can attach it on here. Otherwise we cannot fit this over here. So our heat gun is going now. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the potentiometer and the LEDs on here. Okay guys, we have our two LEDs out of the board along with the potentiometer. Alright, so we will install all of these on this factory switch location. All right. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and do that. So we dissociated the potentiometer and the LEDs from the board. We have all our soldering done here. Okay. So now we're gonna this is gonna make it a little easier for us to attach it on the on this switch panel. Okay. So the transfer is now complete here. This remote control was a little tricky to get done because of the importance of the LEDs. So we couldn't just disregard the LEDs on this one. We had to keep it. It's actually a way of communication from the DSP to the driver. So that's why it took a little longer to get this remote control transfer over to the factory switch location. But it's all done. It's going to be looking good, and that's what we do here. We don't settle. We get it done the way it should be. There we go. For those of you who have worked on this vehicle before, you already know to put this screw in and out, man, it's a pain in the butt because you have to go old school, guys. You have to go with a manual wrench and just go quarter turn at a time until you get that thing in or out. So not a fun one, but yeah, but that's what it is. Okay guys, now we are ready to start our tuning session here. We just connected our computer to the DSP, and since it's the first time we connect this DSP, it's updating the firmware first, and after that is done, we'll start tuning our system here. Okay, remember guys, I was saying the DSP uses the LEDs to communicate with the driver. This is a good example to demonstrate that. So here am I using the control knob here to switch between presets in the DSP. So the way to do that is you press the button, and then once the red LED turns on, you turn the knob one click. So once you turn the knob, you watch the red LED. If it flashes once, it means you are in preset 1. If it flashes twice, it means you are in preset 2, and so on and so forth. Okay, so here we are going through our tuning session here, guys. So we did this part off camera, but what we typically do here is we do our time alignment, we do our crossovers. If we need to apply any phase shift, this is the time to do so. We also like to apply different style of music on each of the preset of the DSP. And on this one as well, you want to assign the bass knob to the line output channel, because that's the one feeding the monoblock. Okay, so once you're done with all of that, you can go ahead and hook up your measurement mic and start doing your acoustic measurement. At this point, what you do is adjust your parametric EQ just to make sure that you follow the house curve as close as you can, and you can call the day, guys.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I've never slow up, no I don't take sh*t. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fake.